Good to go. I should have actually checked that, but it should be fine. Let's see here. Make sure all that is going how it should. Move right over to Twitter here. And another tab. There we go. Let me retweet this. There we go. What are we looking at? Hey, Mr. Squid 2, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Let's see if this goes anywhere tonight since it's so late. But hey, you never know. Let me jump on my Discord. Let's see what's going on. Who's on the Discord? Do. All right, put that in there. We should be good. All right. Your Discord invite's invalid. Yeah, I'll change that. Yeah, it's because it hasn't been updated. Let's see here. Invite. Copy. Yeah, I haven't updated it yet. Let me do that right now. There we go. All changes saved. Should be correct now. So, welcome everybody. Hopefully you can hear me well to the DreamsCast episode 5, number 5. Today we're going to be going for only an hour. I have some announcements to make as well. Depending on who's going to be in the voice call, I don't know what exactly we're going to talk about, but I do want to talk about the last Media Molecule live stream with Kareem that just happened a few days ago, where Kareem created a high fantasy kind of building, location, area, environment. I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about some of the things with the channel that will be revolving around Dreams that will be changing, and as far as the DreamsCast, some things that will be changing for the better, for the most part. So we'll be talking about that, and yeah, whatever else comes to mind of the people who join in the chat whenever we get to that point. But right now I'm just making sure everything's working well, and all the everything on Twitch is doing good, and everything on Twitter posted how it should. I'm just making sure that everything is running fine. But this is only going to go for an hour for multiple reasons. But if anybody who's watching after the fact, well, this is not live and this is posted after, make sure you check out the description, which has links to the Discord if you want to jump in on the Discord and join the DreamsCast call. We will be doing DreamsCast every Wednesday. This is the last Saturday that I will be doing a DreamsCast. It will go to once a week, and it will be on Wednesday. Now, the reason being is because I have a new schedule that I have created for myself to better my time on YouTube, I guess. So I have a schedule now which kind of dictates the time I put into videos, whereas recently there hasn't been a lot of videos on the channel. That's because I've been slacking, and I haven't had a schedule. Now I have a schedule where everything is I have a time for everything, a time for working on videos, a time for free time. I have everything mapped out and scheduled that I'm trying to work on. And I think just having the DreamsCast once a week in the middle of the week is easy to remember. Wednesday is easy to remember. It's in the middle of the week. Wednesday and Saturday was a weird kind of thing to remember. It's hard for a lot of people. And I think just having one day will be enough, will be good. And that way, when my up-and-coming video ideas surface, it'll be less confusing because I have another podcast I want to start, but that'll be a little later in the future. So I don't want to have so many podcast days at once. Essentially what we're going for. So Wednesday, every Wednesday, including next Wednesday, or this Wednesday, there will be a DreamsCast, but no longer on Saturday. So this is the last Saturday DreamsCast for that reason. But it's going to be for the better. Also, if you want to check out the links in the description, you have Project Genesis, who's a great Dreams YouTuber, does 100% Dreams content. So if you look for anything Dreams news or updates-wise, definitely go check out his channel. It's the first one there. You have Iota, who's an up-and-coming Dreams YouTuber. Definitely check him out. Nazareth as well, Dreams content. Everybody in the links down below make Dreams content. There's also a website down there, madgfx.com, which have some already projects being concepted, and there's concept art and stuff for Dreams to make in Dreams, so definitely a cool place to go check that out. Once again, Discord link in the description, and I actually have to change this. Dreamcast goes live every just Wednesday. And there we go. I just realized there's 2 Discord links in here. I think that's the correct one. It looks like I copied and pasted this multiple times, and I forgot to. There we go. Also, you can follow me on Twitch in the description, my Patreon, all that stuff, and Twitter's in the description if you want to keep up to date with what changes happened with the DreamsCast or any Dreams news that surfaces throughout the week before the DreamsCast goes live. So, with that being said, that's the intro. Welcome to the podcast. We're going to see if we can jump in on a call with somebody. Let me go to Discord. WordRoot's here. I thought WordRoot was already here before. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's false. Who knows? Let me send a message really quick to somebody here. There we go. And I don't think there's not a lot of people on right now. Like usually the people who are on are not on. WordRoots is in the chat. I'll jump in there in a second with WordRoots. I could have swore he was part of this before, but maybe I'm incorrect with that. Keep calm and game on. How are you doing, Adam? What's up? What's up, man? You have free time right now? You have free time? We got a lot to talk about, Adam. That's for another time. So, but thank you guys, all 8, for joining me. Did anybody in the chat see the most recent Media Molecule most recent Media Molecule stream, where Kareem created a fantasy environment? Probably one of my favorite streams. I think Kareem's streams are the best, to be quite honest with you. I gotta make sure I watch my time because I can only go for an hour because of my new schedule. Like I said, oh, that's another thing I want to point out. When the Wednesday stream comes around, usually I have Wednesdays off, which is nice. And when the Wednesday streams start, there'll be multiple hours, so it won't just be 1 hour. So I'll make up the time. So instead of having 2 split DreamsCast, will be 1, and it'll be basically the combination of both. So we're not losing any time. We're just doing it on one day instead of 2, essentially. You do have some free time, just got home. Got you, man. Yeah, so I'll be streaming for an hour, and I mean, if you got time after an hour, Adam, we can chat for a bit on Discord once this is done. Unless you want to jump into Discord right now. Are you part of my Discord? We could talk about dreams. I mean, if you have any questions, I'd love to answer questions, man. Because right now, it's just me, and I think WordRoots is in the chat, which I'll jump in there in a second. Let's see if I could get in touch with WordRoots and make sure my audio is all correct. It should be working well. Let me check my desktop. It is working good. I might have to turn it up a bit. Let me jump in here and see what's up. Maybe. If it's going to let me. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
I'm good. Yeah, I heard you talking about why it says word roots joined again. That was because I was using sort of a temporary account, you could say, because like I set up another Discord account on a previous computer, and I hadn't set it up on this one, so that was sort of a temporary thing. But
Got
now
it.
I just got this one set up. So
All right, got it. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure he was part of this before, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so that does make sense. So, um, it looks like it's just you and me,
yep,
which makes sense because of another thing I should probably mention. The last two DreamsCasts were postponed by me. The first one, I was super sick, and a lot of other people were. The second one, it was I said I pushed it to a Thursday because I was called into work unexpectedly, and then I didn't want to do it on a Thursday because I didn't want to like do a Thursday and then Saturday. I don't know. So essentially, it's just today, and I don't know if you heard word roots, but
yeah, I heard
it'll just
only Wednesdays
just
now.
go to Wednesday. Yeah, and we'll just essentially
Only
do
Wednesday.
a longer podcast on one day instead of two separate ones. That way, it's just easier, one day a week, easier to remember. And I'll be doing a separate, complete video, like almost like a trailer style video, comprised of a bunch of conversations we've had throughout the past four about the DreamsCast, so people really know what it is and know when it is and what time it is. Whereas before, my video is pretty thrown together. So
Yeah,
essentially,
I was confused. You were like missing for like two days. I'm like, where the hell is Jared?
yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Not that I was. You got your own life. I understand.
Yeah, no, but it's not it has nothing to do with me not wanting to do it. It's just stuff.
Yeah, I figured. I figured things got in the way.
Yep, essentially. But yeah, so also the DreamsCast, I'll be kind of doing like a branding for it. So like the thumbnails and the we'll have like a logo and stuff like that. I'm gonna make up before Wednesday. I want to get all that done before the beta starts. Everything's
Yeah.
settled before the beta. The description of all these videos and the links to people's channels will be 100% more friendly because right now it's just thrown together. All that will be fixed and it'll look a lot cleaner. That's on my to-do list. My 1, 2, and 3 on my to-do list are all dreams related for the DreamsCast.
Yep.
So that is a focus. But anyway, let's talk about it. Did you see the Media Molecule stream?
Of course I did.
Yeah. What do you rate it on a one scale from 1 to 10?
They give it 8.5.
8.5?
It maybe a 9.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty great. I thought it was pretty
It
great.
was really good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. When I think of high fantasy, I wasn't necessarily thinking of what he was making.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted an alien world anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. I think. What were the options? I can't remember what I voted.
there was, I believe, post-apocalyptic, alien world, high fantasy, and one more. I think probably science fiction.
Yeah, I think I voted the other one. I can't remember what it was, but it was between that and Alien World. But it looked like they said at the end, like almost like a mixture of all of it together. But I loved the stream. I mean, Kareem's streams are always great. He's such like a pro. Like when he was
pro.
when he was sculpting at the end, he was just like, oh, I don't have any time left, and he's just like flying through it. And I'm like at first it looks like nothing, and then just out of nowhere he's just like just going crazy with it.
Like his tower is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he was able to use the pillars and recreate them to make like ribs. I
Yeah.
thought that was really intuitive, like making kind of recycling, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They did. Apparently, some people said they looked like some kind of candy that I wasn't familiar with.
No idea, because I
No
must not
idea.
be familiar either. 'Cause I don't
Something fingers.
know. Who knows? But no, I loved the I liked that in the beginning they showed that when he was using the grid and he started using that mirror thing with the grid. Because I was thinking recently, because this whole thing about me like having to create a chair on day one, or on the beta, because just chariot and that joke that went around a year ago when I started doing the DreamsCast. I was thinking that it'd be so annoying to have to like make everything like perfectly symmetrical. And I'm like, there's got to be some kind of like tool that like mirrors everything. And then he showed that, and I was like, hey, I don't know why I was thinking about. I was like hardcore thinking about how I was gonna make this chair, like yesterday or 2 days ago. And then I didn't get to watch the live stream live, unfortunately, because that was the same day I got called into work. Which is not cool.
I'm going to be making very liberal use of that mirror. I am a super visual artist.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually in Spore. I played a lot. I liked how they had sort of a similar system for making creatures, and which was all pretty intuitive. I was actually doing some really interesting looking creatures.
Yeah. We can
just joined the chat.
Keep calm and game on. Adam, how you doing?
What up, man? How's it going?
It's going good, man. Your mic sounds really good. Did you get a new mic?
I'm using my Blue Yeti. Finally plugged it in.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right.
Sweet. Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just got off work. Saw your notification. I'm like, I'll hop on, even though I don't really know too much about Dreams. Maybe I'll learn something. So here I am.
We have much to tell you.
Because I know it's only coming to PS4, right?
Yeah, that's the issue you have, because you don't have a PS4.
I don't have a PS4, so I'm kind of like an outsider looking in.
I keep forgetting that.
I had one, but
yeah, I keep forgetting that you don't have one. Maybe we'll put together like if Dreams gets like super cool and you're like super into it, we'll put together like get Adam a PS4.
Like GoFundMe.
Yeah, get Adam a PS4
like, who's Adam
fund.
and why does he need my money?
Yeah,
like because I'm dirt poor. No.
There was like a PS4 for like $200 at for Black Friday. So I mean that would have been the time. Oh well.
Yeah, the thing is though, then I got to buy like PlayStation Plus or whatever.
Yeah,
I ran out of
Xbox
Xbox Live and I still haven't
done
bought
it.
that. So
true.
I'm kind of slowly switching over to PC.
Do we know about PlayStation Plus with Dreams?
You probably don't need it because unless you
want to play online with people in games that people made, I'd imagine.
Yeah, maybe sometime in the future, because at the moment there's no online.
Yeah. So really, you wouldn't need it, but
yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. So maybe sometime in the future, if it gets super big, which I'd imagine it will. Hopefully, it doesn't have like a No Man's Sky launch, or I don't think it'll have a No Man's Sky launch because I think they're 100% what's coming is coming. But
yeah,
I
just from the team, like they're a really experienced team, and it's not really polished. But because it's a beta, it's gonna be pretty. Right. Might have a couple glitches, things they didn't anticipate, but that's what we're for.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, so if you have any questions, Adam, just feel free to ask when we're talking about whatever. But
I do got a question about like the control setup.
Yeah.
Like, can you just use like a normal PS4 controller, or do you have to have like the Move controls?
You can
use a normal PS4 controller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like,
you can do everything with both.
Okay,
mm-hmm.
That's cool.
They say the Move Media Molecule, it's like split half and half. People like the moves, people like the controller. People say the controller, or the Move controllers at least, are a lot like freer or feel better when you're sculpting. I know that.
Yeah.
But
because instead of moving like a thumbstick,
you're moving your hands. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
more
that's
like painting.
Yeah.
Or
That's something I wanted to talk about. When Kareem in the stream recently was making the horns for the creature at the end, and how they were like twisting and turning in like every different direction, and like the size was changing, and he was like barely moving. He just must like 100% be down with how that completely works, because I was like, how is all of that like morphing that quickly with him just barely like rotating his wrists? I don't know. Do you have something going on in your background there, Word Roots?
It is extremely windy here. And
oh, okay.
I won't tell you because I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm a little paranoid about people online.
All right.
Mr. Squid in the chat said he joined the Discord. You want to know if you could join the chat room?
Yeah, you can.
I thought he popped in when I did, and then he kind of disappeared, so I don't know.
Yeah, you can jump in. I didn't see him join. I see Word Roots and I see Adam. I don't see anybody else.
Maybe he popped in and left. I don't know.
But yeah, if you get into the Discord, which you should be able to via the link, I see Just Call Me Kurt, but I think he's been here. Yeah. So
So there's like some big live stream today with Dreams. Like, what did they cover?
Wasn't today.
No.
It was recently though.
It was Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were just like showing like new things in the game.
Basically, one of their designers created
I think their lead artist.
Yeah, lead artist. Yeah, created a high fantasy world. Basically, the community was able to vote on what kind of environment we wanted them to make in Dreams, and then he just came on and just made this really cool, like, evil looking dark high fantasy tower in this environment, and out of scratch completely. And then basically that environment that he made will be in the beta for us to tinker with and change as much as we want when the beta launches.
I really do hope that they polish it a little bit. The best Media Molecule could do.
Yeah.
I know, given enough time, they could really make it a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, I was really stunned because, like, I know Kareem is amazing, but, like, in the middle of some of it, I'm like, that just doesn't look right to me. And then out of nowhere, like, he's just, changing things. And I'm like, wow, that looks way better than I thought it was ever going to look. Like, just when he was, like, putting the rocks down, and then he started, like, really, like, copying the rocks and making them larger, like, during that one, like, slanted part, where he was talking about essentially that, whereas you just have to, like, let your mind kind of wander, and then when you're putting stuff down, you begin to notice other things, and then you use those parts that were originally for something else to create another thing, like what he did during that whole thing, whereas when he was making the pillars for the bridge part, and then he ended up using the parts of the bridge and the pillars alongside the actual building itself, and that completely changed the look of it with, like, the rib cage feeling or whatever, which was pretty sweet. I love the fog. That was super cool. The fog with the lighting, like how that just all, like, kind of works. Looks really nice. But definitely love the stream.
Yeah, definitely. It was really cool. He was able to, like, make. I would like. I really want to do in Dreams is one of the big things. I just want to, like, use the sculpting tools because they look so make world stuff.
So, it's a big tool set for you to create things.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Anything you want. Anything you want to make, you can make it.
It doesn't, like, have, like, a storyline or, like, something they've created. It's just kind of like,
it does.
Tools, go crazy. So it does have something like...
It has a
like a campaign or something.
It has a campaign made with Dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Like Little Big Planet, like all of Little Big Planet 1, 2, and I think 3 were made using the tools of the level creation.
There you go. And you can essentially make anything you want. It doesn't have to be games, except for, like, any genre of game you can make except for an MMO, because they don't have, like, the servers for that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yet, I mean, I doubt, but they say yet.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
Have they said what, like, the max people you can have in, like, one
4
game can be? So it's like 4-player?
Online, they say 4 for now, when it happens.
Yeah.
But it's essentially, they're going to work on what the community wants. Like, if they want some kind of tool, then they'll work on it. If they want, like, crazy online, who knows? I guess it really depends on how well the game sells at that point. For, like, online, it's, like, more servers or however that works. I don't know. But essentially, you can make whatever the heck you want. Films, sculptures, art, paint, animations, music. And you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you just want to use Dreams for music, then that's all you do. Except for MMOs.
Does it have a release date yet, or it's still kind of to be announced?
We wish.
The beta's this year, so they only have 30 days.
Very confident this year. They're like gonna do some kind. I don't know, maybe some big surprise or whatever. At this point, we feel like any of you. Operation Qual or Can't Wait any longer?
What?
Okay, so Operation CWAL, can't
Wait
wait
any
any
longer.
longer.
Nice.
Yeah, it was during a the Blizzard's game StarCraft's development. It was highly anticipated, and it was taking them so long for them to make it because they were like dedicated to quality for StarCraft. That people, I think some of the fans started like they had like sort of this blog which was called Operation Qual, which where they posted about news and stuff, and I think they started like kind of stalking the studio, like when is this game coming out, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like that, except
yeah, except you're not stuck in the studio.
No.
Yeah,
they're too far
as
away.
far as we know. Okay, all right. Yeah. So we just know the beta's this year, and then we just know an early 2019 release date. So that could be what, the first 3 months. That's all we know. And so far, we know that they're not going to be announcing anything at the Game Awards, which is the last thing this year, as far as like.
They keep emphasizing not the Game Awards, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably not at E3 either, right?
Well,
because
E3
I know PlayStation isn't going to be at E3 this
year.
year.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be out before E3 next year.
Okay. No, I mean, yeah, next year. That's what
If you, though, there is a theory. I doubt it. I highly doubt this theory because it's kind of, if you check on their Twitter, they on their like ending, whenever normally at the end of the week they say, happy Friday weekend, see you Monday, but this time they had like posted. There was really a really funny one, was all like we are going to use Dreams, like a post note that said we are going to use Dreams to make Half-Life 3. Don't tell Gabe.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. But then there's like, I guess someone spotted a postcard that said February 24th, and I'm guessing that was just put there by complete act.
Right, probably.
Like they accidentally put, postcard. They didn't mean for it to have a date, but who knows?
Ooh. I just saw. I was reading the newsletter. I hadn't read it yet.
Oh yeah, the newsletter.
Dreams Alpha Creations. That's pretty sweet. Oh, we can't like full screen. I wish we could full screen it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's a cool butterfly one though.
I like that, like a lizard, iguana looking thing.
Let me see. Yeah.
It's like pink
it
and
does
green.
look like Mr. Squid did join the chat. This says his name is Costco41. Costco, turn on your mic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mic is muted.
Talk with us.
Mic is muted. Let's see. I'm trying to. They said that they're doing Media Molecule Facts. 2,944 code changes to Dreams were made this month.
So they're working hard. So.
How big is the team? Like their team? Do we know?
Don't know.
You could probably find out via their.
Because they're the same guys who made like Little Big Planet and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they've made many other games before.
Yeah, Little Big Planet 1 and 2. I don't think they were a part of 3.
Okay.
Nah, they didn't make 3. That was
that other
Sumo Digital.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it was glitchy as heck though.
Yeah. I'm going to their about section.
I couldn't finish the campaign. Literally, I tried 3 times to finish the campaign. I couldn't because there was a glitch that caused all my save data to disappear, and I'm like, I give up. 3rd time. Like, what were we talking about?
Sorry, I'm counting.
Oh, counting.
It looks like about 60, 65 people.
Oh, so that's a good size.
They've got a pretty large, like, regular. And it's still still. I don't know. They're considered indie, I think.
I'll be back just a minute.
I mean, they're not AAA. Yes, I think I heard you for a second.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit hard to hear over the hurricane happening in Wordsworth's Hotel or whatever.
No, not hotel.
Would you say? Oh, I thought you said hotel. Maybe no, I was wrong.
No, I said I didn't say hotel or anything. It's just sister.
Oh. Got it. How are you doing, Costco?
I'm doing good, and you?
Doing pretty all right. Have you I've seen your name around before.
Yeah.
You followed me for No Man's Sky?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Just making sure. Well, welcome to the DreamsCast.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy to be here and love your videos and everything.
Thank you.
Else.
Yeah, there'll be more videos. There'll be more videos coming. There's been a little lack in content recently.
Yeah.
My days have been a little bit whacked too.
But hold on one second. Gribble Grunger. It's not like LBP in that everything is made in dreams. Wait. And there aren't any baked-in assets that you can't make. Okay, got you. I don't know what... That was probably a while ago that I didn't read that comment. That's my bad.
I think it was like about how I asked if there was like a campaign.
Oh, right.
Or, yeah.
Yeah. But there's... What they said, there's a campaign-ish thing, essentially, and it's only a few hours, like, in length. But it's essentially there to show you what can be done.
And
you know, like the possibilities.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have like tutorials and whatnot as well.
Yeah. Controls not... Well, I guess... Yeah, there's tutorials. There's endless tutorials. There's like... You can do
like,
tutorials
sure
for
tips
years.
And stuff will pop up as you're...
Yeah.
Probably turn those on and off.
Yeah.
Are you all familiar with Subnautica?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
it's
sure.
coming on the PS4. I'm waiting to get it soon.
Yeah. Isn't it a couple... Isn't it a couple days or is
2
it...
days left.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought. Yeah, I don't know. I think eventually I'll pick it up and then maybe do videos on it, but my thing would be I've already watched so many people play through the game. So there's that.
There's
Also, yeah, expansion, right? The Below Zero or whatever, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'm just so afraid of underwater in games that I think that's the only reason it'd be funny. Because I'd just be freaking out.
Yeah, well, the game starts out like where you're not as afraid as much, but when you get deep down, it gets even more.
Yeah.
Less afraid.
Drifting Pirate Gaming, thank you. I appreciate it. You talk about Beat Saber. Yeah. I enjoyed that video. For sure. Anyway. I'm trying to think what else... Oh, wait, what is going to be the single thing you're going to try first? You're going for animation. Gribble, I'm going for music. Well, when I live stream for the first time, I'm going to be making a chair because that's a joke that's been around. And if people still remember that, then I'll be making a chair. If like nobody understands the reference, then I might skip on it. But other than that, music. I definitely want to jump in music. Droid 4D, appreciate it if I gave you a shout out. Well, there's your shout out, Droid 4D. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy the content that I sometimes upload. But yeah, thank you. So, what was I just saying a second ago? Oh, single thing I want to try first. Yeah. So, what about you, Wordwards? I think we've talked about it, right? Before.
What was the question?
What's the first thing you're gonna try to make or do once Dreams is out or the beta?
Some kind of world, and then make it mannequin things and walk around in it.
Yeah.
Just mess around until I get my bearings and make something eventually.
Yeah, I think that's other than music when it comes to like environments. It's definitely I just want to just kind of tinker essentially. And then see what comes out of it. I think a lot of like things that people end up making will just be from them like messing around or like messing with different modules, like kind of like how Kareem was doing, and then like getting ideas from different shapes and patterns that you see from you accidentally making something. Music is your second choice. You've been preparing by listening to Infected Mushrooms. What I want to make music wise is like it's like electronic in a way. But like kind of like an upbeat electronic, not like dubstep or anything like that. Because that's kind of the music I like to listen to. If you watch my like No Man's Sky time-lapse videos, it's essentially the music that goes along to those is what I what I end up wanting to make music wise. And then it'd be really cool. I want to try to like make music and then submit. That's something I'm not 100% sure about. When it comes to the music, like if I make a song, do I own that song? How does copyright work when it comes to music in Dreams? Do we even have a relative, like, even close to answer for that?
You have to like register it as like intellectual property.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna have to read the terms.
Are you? Is anybody losing word roots, or is it just me?
No,
It's breaking up a little bit.
I am.
Yeah. Okay, I just wondered. Yeah, you're breaking up a bit. I didn't know if it's my internet because it is storming at my house right now. But Sony own it. That's what Farron says. See, okay, Sony own it, so I could still possibly see. Here's what I'm thinking, Farron, or my idea ish. So there's a game out right now called Beat Saber. It's essentially a rhythm game where you cut notes with lightsabers in VR. And since it's on PSVR, they have a limited amount of songs because you can't mod the game like on Steam. So what if I could create my own music in Dreams and then see if I could then like just give it to the developers of Beat Saber, and if it ends up being like good enough or cool enough for them to use, then they could just use it without me like selling it or making any money off of it. If it's still a Sony thing, because it would be on PSVR. I feel like that's like such like a sketchy, like weird, like when it comes to like that, I don't know if that's even a thing that I should be relatively thinking about, or if that's just going to be too much of a hassle.
Is there like any way to upload it off of the game, like to a flash drive or something, or it just has to like stay contained within Dreams?
No,
you know what I mean?
You can do it on a USB. You have to put it into a file on the PS4. It would go to like an upload file onto the PS4, and then you have to take a USB and then move it from there to the USB, and then plug your USB into the computer.
Yeah. They said there's not like a export button to like export things.
Yeah.
Out of
Not
Dreams. Yeah, there is like an import-ish kind of thing. They're gonna have like a second screen website where you can kind of drag and drop stuff to like throw into Dreams that's not on Dreams automatically, but not necessarily the other way around. No native MP3 support just yet, at least. But I don't know. I just I like that kind of music, and I think it'd be cool to like give like the developer of Beat Saber like music and see like not if I can ever make music like up to that standard. I don't know. I have no idea when it comes to like music design or anything like how to like read music. You know, I was never kind of grown into music or was able to learn music when I was in school. So I wish I was, but unfortunately I've never really been into music as much as I have in my life until like this point. Whereas like I love all kinds of music, but the whole reason I got into just this like kind of electronic is because of like YouTube, because you have to find like copyright free music. So I ended up just searching the internet and then finding like these cool like different genres, things like that. But I don't know. Definitely music, something that was a whole tangent that we got off on, but music is definitely something I want to jump into. And I'm really interested in, since we don't really have 100% of a topic right now, I do apologize for the lack of, I don't know, I apologize to the people who aren't in the chat right now, like in the voice channel, because they probably were unaware that this was going this late, because I was super late with letting people know when the DreamsCast would be, what time it would be, what day it would be, because it's kind of been postponed the last 2 days. So if this one is a little lackluster in content or conversation, it's only because that's my bad for not really keeping it up to date. But that's why I'm only going to like Wednesdays, so it'll be a little easier to manage time-wise, because so far my boss has given me every Wednesday off for the last month. So I'm going to hope that that's just going to continue. That way we can do a longer stream segment in the middle of the day. That way we can get a larger amount of people on. rather than just a super late night one or a morning one.
Okay.
Let's see, Drifting Pirate, you can save the video on your PS4 capture and upload it to YouTube private, and then save it as MP3, and then you can edit. Yeah, it's just essentially a lot of hoops, but it's not like a lot of hoops. Just there's not one button to do it. So, but thank you, Gribble Grunger.
I mean, I know a little bit of an easier way to do it.
You should. Yeah, go ahead.
You should only have to plug in your USB into it, go to your file of the game on your system through storage system on settings, and then you click on that file from the game. You should be able to download it onto your flash drive, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you could select certain files, right? Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's not super tough of a thing. It's just there's not like a single button press that lets you export anything. Like just like you can't just export like full games. It's just kind of Dreams specific.
So another question. So like if you make like a level in Dreams and you like upload it to the cloud or whatever, can somebody like download what you did and then add to that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool.
They can add, change, delete, manipulate anything that you allow them to manipulate. Well, no, I'm not sure if you share it. So there's like different kind of ways to share. Like if I wanted to share something specifically with you, Adam, I could share it with you, and you can go in and manipulate anything I let you manipulate.
Yeah.
And then I can like lock some things off. Or if you share it to the public, I think it's just kind of, I don't know if you can decide what you want to share to the public or what can be changed or edited, or if it's just all edited. It allows anybody to edit anything. But essentially your name travels with everything you make. So even if it's edited or manipulated anyway, your name's always there, giving you credit in some way.
So like if you uploaded like a level and then like somebody else downloads that and starts tweaking it and then saves it, does it just like save it like to their PS4 and then your level is unchanged, or is it manipulating the level that you created? You know what I mean?
It's unchanged. It's essentially a different version.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then it wouldn't be as big of a deal.
Yeah, no, it doesn't like mess up what you've done originally.
They just like use it as a template and then add on to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they can take like if I have made a tree that looks super dope, they just want that tree, they could just take that one tree. If I can just share that one tree specifically. It doesn't have to be in a level or anything, and they could just go and search for trees. It's kind of like they have like a search engine built in. So you just search for anything you're looking for, and it'll pop up all these different creations of like trees or chairs or whatever it may be. And you just pick one that people have created and add or use it, and then change it however you want. They have
it's kind of like a game version of Hit Record. You know what that website is? They're kind of like using it to create content for Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
You can like upload stuff and you can collaborate with people. So it's kind of like that, but in a game form.
Yeah. Well, essentially.
Yeah.
And then, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Darn it. I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought as a train is going by my house right now. It's funny.
There's also a train in Dreams.
There is. Wow, all these connections. It must mean something.
Means something.
I asked about native Share Factory compatibility, and Alex said he would look into it. They hadn't even considered that, which I find a slight oversight. Yeah, that is actually interesting, because the Share Factory is... I haven't used it in ages, but as far as I know, it's vastly better from when it launched on PS... or when it was a thing when PS4 launched, because I used it when the PS4 launched ages ago. That is kind of strange that they wouldn't have thought about it, but I don't know. That would be a thing I could see them implementing, like a work into, because I actually don't know how many people actually use the Share Factory app on the PlayStation. I know a few YouTubers or people who make YouTube videos, content creators who use it. Essentially, it's probably the best thing if you don't have any editing software on like a PC or a PC at all for that. Public posting in private. For private, you can tag contributors. So that's essentially what I was saying. So you can either post everything publicly, you can post privately, and then you can tag people who can go in and edit, which are called, you can like contributors, essentially. I say the word essentially a lot. I apologize. I freaking love that word. I realize I say that tons.
But I think it's really cool with Dreams. In Little Big Planet, you could share levels, but you couldn't share specific objects with prizes in the level you make, like the objects. But you couldn't like just share the object itself. With Dreams, I think it's really cool that you can not only share levels, you can share object like characters, maybe set pieces, or whole maps separately.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely. Oh, okay. I got you, Gribble Grunger. Would want to use their own music on other projects. For instance, you could make your own music. Oh, okay, I got you. Essentially, yeah. Thank you, Zero Social, for that. Essentially, yeah. But the whole just the big part I think that's going to be like super cool is just being able to go and like take things that people have made already and just like completely morph them into other things. Like just kind of build completely off of it. And just, that could be just like a template for an idea, like even something super small. Like if you find like a house, right, you just set it down, and that could give you that could spark some random idea out of nowhere. And then you could just build completely off of that, and then end up being, like deleting that house, and then essentially, wow, again with the word, then you're just built your own thing. You just use that one part for inspiration, just for a couple days or whatever. Then you ended up not needing it, and then you've kind of built your own idea off of something that somebody else has made. One thing I think I'm going to be super interested in is trying to make like really I just like small party-ish games, kind of you saw that Hammer Time game. Sure.
Yeah.
Games like that are like really smart, like quirky and smart, and they're like short, like nothing that's too long, that you just jump in. You could jump in with a few friends and have a good time, kind of like Mario Party games.
That was exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah. I definitely want to like focus, like try to do things like that. They're more like just small one things you could jump in, with your friends, every now and again and mess around in, that are just kind of really quirky, really smart, and like you're like, oh, that's really cool that somebody thought of something like that, just like that Hammer Time thing, which is pretty sweet. So something like that I think would be really cool. I mean, what if we made like our own Mario? No, I don't want to say our own Mario Party game, because I don't want to. Not a copy of Mario Party, but like essentially what Mario Party is, but with different everything.
No, this is Nick, the French.
What happened?
No, I was saying, instead of Mario Party, Nick, the Spanish or French electrician.
Yeah, your audio is cutting out. That's why.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I don't know
you're gonna
what
be
it
able
is.
to like pull from different like people who've made stuff. So you could have like maybe some guy made a cool tree, you pull that in, some guy made a cool level, and you can like put all these pieces together.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. Farron says he's looking forward to surfing into a random dream with 100% new content, prompts, music not already in the Dreamiverse. Yeah. So something completely new. Yeah. Dude, yeah, that's another thing I never really think about is the dream.
I just uploaded a thing in chat for the game I played on PS4 earlier. So if you guys want to watch it later, not right now, but later, go ahead.
What is this?
Ark Survival Evolved.
Ah, okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
A lot of people play that game. I don't know. I've never even seen gameplay of Ark, to be honest.
That's why I dropped it in. That's why I put it in the thing.
Yeah, Farron, I never, when it comes to dream surfing, I always forget about it. I don't know why, because I'm always like so in tune to the creation. Like, what am I gonna make? What am I gonna do? Who can I team up with to make certain things? Like trying to come up with ideas. I'm never thinking about just surfing, like just spending a stream or a day just surfing through dreams, just dream surfing. And Adam, what essentially dream surfing is it puts you into something that somebody has created, and then it kind of like links a bunch of different creations of people, or like games that people made it, or anything
like
that
a
people's made
collage
it,
of
yeah,
different,
of different
content.
creators' creations essentially, and you
Okay.
finish one, and then it puts you right into the other with like no loading.
Yeah, there could be the one.
Sorry.
Have I cut out completely?
Yeah, you cut out like for like 3 full seconds at a time.
Okay. Well, I was saying that.
And there you went.
You gotta read between the lines.
All right. So, the problem with that I don't know if it worked like that. What if you make a series of levels, and they're supposed to make a story, and then like you drop into the 8th out of 20 levels, and you're like during dream surfing, and you're like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not sure how they would like. I'm not sure how they would. What was it like? Control that. I wonder if you can, like, say you have a bunch of levels and it's like story driven. If you allow what you made to be like dream surfed, essentially.
Maybe you can, like these levels can only be accessed.
Yeah, like you'd be able to choose like the first one can be found or it can be played through dream surfing. Oh wait, was I wrong? Are you guys? Was I wrong, Farron? Are you talking to me right now? The chat's a little behind.
You get them in order.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now what I was saying is okay. Gotcha. So you only get everything in order, so you won't get out of order, essentially. All right. Thank you.
So you said you're able to like create music. How does that work with like capturing audio? Is it just like through your PlayStation headset, or can you put in like a USB microphone, like a Blue Yeti, or you know what I mean? How does that work, like capturing audio?
Audio is only through the PlayStation camera. I think it's the only thing they've said for sure.
Okay.
As far as
you can import sounds.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. For the second screen.
I think you can import a sound.
Right.
Because I was thinking, like, if someone's making a game and they want like voice acting from different people, you want to have pretty good quality, audio for the voice acting. Maybe something more than just like a PlayStation headset. So
yeah. You can import audio.
Audio would work.
Yeah.
I mean, the PlayStation VR has an automatic head microphone into it completely. But still, it works good. I just have it muted every time because I rather use my PlayStation headset made by Sony.
Yeah. Also, that any headsets like with a mic, but yeah, people. I think you can. I think there's with the second screen you'll be able to import sounds that way. But as far as anything else, music. The music is 100%. Like you can make your own instruments. You can use their hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of already created instruments. You can play different notes with each instrument using the controller. You can adjust, the octaves and all that stuff. You can view the music in like a 3D view as far as where the notes are played. And so there's tons. They say it's like a music like software that you actually would buy, like that costs like tons of money, but it's just in Dreams for you to use as you see fit. Farron, whatever you put message wise, it was retracted. I don't know what happened there. Maybe you were typing too much and it was like stop typing. That's not my rule. That's just something that it's probably set that I haven't changed. Unless you
it's like a YouTube thing, so people don't spam.
Yeah. Unless
Even
you like
spamming, yeah.
Unless Farron just came in and just started calling me names like out of nowhere, because I didn't get the info right. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Let's see. So those levels are linked as one via gates and doors, so they'd be seen as one game. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, because you can like level link with gates, with doors, and with level links essentially. I need to stop saying essentially. Why is that a thing I go to?
I think the problem is that essentially, dang it.
Essentially could be used for like just an end for anything. Like or like. It's like one of those words. Essentially, see? I could just put it anywhere. It doesn't matter.
I've used that word so many times in papers, so
yeah,
it's fine.
Right. Just like that, right? I say right a lot, right? Right. Anyway.
So how many people watching are going to buy this game when it comes out and have a PS4? Because like I said, I don't have a PS4, but I'm curious to just see what people make with it.
I'm sure everyone. He was watching. I know Farron is.
If you have a PS4, drop a comment in the chat with emoji.
There you go.
Like some random emoji.
Farron is actually has a website. It's madgfx.com, which we talked about in the last stream. Where they have a team of people, the team of like talented people already creating like concepts and stuff like that for projects in Dreams, and they have a whole site just filled with stuff, which is super cool when we looked at it. Farron, I might buy it. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, you might buy it. You've got that whole website, and it's just banking on a maybe. That's great. That wasn't. Yeah. Grubble. Yeah, I got what you were saying there.
I'm waiting for Sonata to come out on PS4, so I'm gonna get it as soon as it does.
And Zero Social dropped the emoji. Yeah, I'm sure most people who are in here are 100% getting it, or people who are in here are just watching because they like my voice or something. Who knows? I don't know.
Or they think you're talking about old Dreamcast games.
Yeah,
like,
it's also true.
Yeah, it's like I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Or they come in for a second thinking I'm doing some No Man's Sky thing and see it's not No Man's Sky, and they're like, well, unsubscribe.
No, wait. There's more. There's more to.
Right. Good news, after I think 2 months of a constant decrease in subscribers, it has started to go back up. Woo!
So speaking of No Man's Sky, you know how there's like a base building limit? Is there like a similar limit in this game? Like how big can these levels be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
From what I've been told, not been objects as big as.
I'm starting to think maybe I should explain. Because you're cutting out. You're cutting out.
Like cliffhanger.
Yeah, it was like super cliffhanger. It was like perfectly. It would cut out at the right time.
As big as, and we're like waiting for it.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so you make levels as things as big as.
The same thing. The same thing.
On,
That's amazing.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
He's typing.
Because you can essentially like make full-fledged games. Right?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. There's a thermometer in the game, and that's what they measure complexity. Like in No Man's Sky's complexity, this is thermometer. I'll read what WordRoot says once it comes up. But you can make like scale-wise, you can make humongous like worlds. It's just detail in like certain things is what will increase the thermometer a lot. But they have a tool.
Like, in one instance, like there's a thermometer. It's like you can only build so much, but then you can like save that and then build another level.
Yeah,
like a little loading screen in between. So
no loading.
No loading.
No, okay. No loading. You can what they call level link. Okay.
Level link. I mean, there would be like some type of transition. So
did you just type that much, but it only came up with that?
Look, I'm very picky about writing.
Oh.
Particular.
You had to find the right emoji.
I was like, wow, he's typing a paragraph.
No, I'm just really particular about.
Okay, so yeah, he said
that's wrong.
You can make objects as big as you want, but the complexity increases the thermometer. There you go. But if let's say you have so you could level link. So if you make this, sprawling world with tons of detail or whatever, and you want to, and you've hit the thermometer limit, there's two things you can level link, and you can level link through anything. So a door, a gate, they've done it through a crack in a tree. Like you just kind of, it's like a transition to the next level, but there's no loading because the game itself and the levels and things you make aren't really taking up space. It's just like super small, kind of like No Man's Sky Planets. You know how the game is so small when it launched, like memory wise. It's essentially the same thing. It's just super small amounts of data, so there's nothing to really load. It's just instant. So you can do that in level link, and they've said before recently that you can make 100 levels in a map and then put 100 maps in another map and then put 100 more maps in another map, so you can essentially have like tons of levels.
Tons of content.
Yeah. And if
it's like you're making like, as an example, you're like making videos and putting those videos in a playlist, and then it all
Yeah,
collapsed
yeah,
into, like,
yeah, exactly.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Like a branch. Imagine if there was a branch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you don't want to level link and you want to just have like one set thing, and it's not necessarily a game, and you run out of like thermometer space, there's a tool that decreases the like detail in certain objects. I'm assuming you can select certain objects that you want to decrease detail in, and that'll lower the thermometer for you. So you don't have to like go in and like remake everything just to lower the thermometer. There's like a tool that does it.
Yeah.
So they also have that. Let me get back to the stream here because I clicked off of it. Zero Social, I'd love to have some serious pre-production stuff like Farron, but just have some lines written on paper of a nightmare I had and want to bring to life. Okay, well.
Why would you want to? I would.
It's really good stuff with that cutout. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I apologize. I don't know what it is.
It's probably something on my end. It's
Yeah.
it's really it's like windy.
Yeah.
It could be also you talking so fast because the mic could not keep up with you.
I talk fast.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we've had other people on here that talk a lot faster. So I think
I
you're
blame
good
the
on that one.
government. No.
Okay, yeah, it's just
Yes.
NSA is listening
Donald
right now.
Trump is slowing. Is cutting out my.
Yep.
Or something.
Let's see. Insomnia Poltergeist comes in with can't wait. 3 weeks left. Yeah, definitely 3 weeks. Question mark? Maybe 1 week. Maybe one day.
I'm also waiting to get Fallout 76 too soon. You all ready for that?
No, you don't.
Wait, Fallout 76 is already out.
You don't want to get out Fallout
It's
76.
already out.
Yeah, it's
No,
terrible.
stay away from Fallout 76.
Save your money.
We don't want to talk
Save
about.
your money.
Save your money. Buy dreams.
It's bad. It's
We
bad.
don't want to talk about Fallout 76. I've
We don't
watched
talk about it.
so many videos on Fallout 76, and they're hilarious. How bad they are. Although they're being like so many lawsuits into Bethesda just over the last couple days for like false advertisement, for all this stuff. It's good stuff.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
No, see, AAA companies can make.
No, Bethesda's in hot water right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're getting to like, they're not getting to EA standards, but this is like what EA would do essentially.
Yeah, this has never happened.
Yeah, not with
weird.
Bethesda being like just like that company that everybody can rely on to bring awesome things to the table when it comes to gaming wise. But let's get back to off of Bethesda. So I could talk about that for forever. I'm gonna read Gribble Grunger here. Am I saying your name? Is it Gribble Grunger? It's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, sorry. English. A sculpt has its own thermometer, but if you took that same sculpt and copied it, you can put it down hundreds of times without it taking up much of the global thermometer. So there's that as well, if that makes sense. So every single sculpt has its own thermometer, and you could take that, copy and paste it, tons of times without taking much of the entire like level or like it says global thermometer. That's something I didn't know. So there we go. And what Farron Jija, you need to nominate someone to continue his sentences when he cuts out. Yeah, that'd be great. Just complete his thought.
What was he gonna say?
Yeah, just complete his thought with some random nonsense, and then it'll be interrupting word roots. He'll be like, "Hey man, why are you talking over me?" But we won't hear him. So, man, it's great.
All right, well, I gotta go because I gotta do some more YouTube stuff too. So.
Alrighty. Sure thing.
Nice to talk to you all, guys. So see ya.
Yeah, have a good one.
Everything.
Alrighty.
See you later.
Bye.
Farron, just wing it. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I do have to end the stream. I know it's super short. The next streams hopefully will be a lot more put together. Like I said, I have this whole new schedule now, so that's why one of the reasons I have to go. I have some other things I have to do. Wednesday is definitely more open because I 100% dedicate Wednesday to the DreamsCast. I have Wednesdays off even though Wednesday is the day after Tuesday, and Tuesday a new Destiny 2 expansion comes out, it's fine. I'll be doing the DreamsCast on Wednesday, and I'll take some time away from Destiny 2 to talk about Dreams, so it'll be good. And I have 3 days off, like, in a row next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Or wait, no. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because Smash Brothers comes out on Friday, and that's another thing, like, man, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good
I'm
stuff.
going to have to wait for Christmas.
I'm getting it for Christmas, but it's just early, so
yeah,
I guess that works. But yeah, so Wednesday will be the next DreamsCast. It will be in. I'm gonna probably. I'll have a video up before the next DreamsCast, kind of breaking down what the DreamsCast is. It'll be kind of like a trailer. And it'll talk about the time or the day, and then I think in that video I'll maybe ask the viewer base community what times they would rather it have, and then kind of make an average, and then kind of just set a time that kind of works around most people's schedule. I know everybody's in different time zones, so it's a little hard. And then maybe what we'll end up doing is... Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Date are you...
Well, might want to type your question.
Okay.
It's like, I have a question, okay, and then silence.
3 days later.
Yeah. He's waiting for me to answer, and I'm like, what? What?
It's like Dreams 2 is out now. No.
Let's see here.
Like time zone.
Let me go to the... Oh. Well, I could just... I'm in... I don't care about... I'm in Eastern time zone. I'm in South Carolina. That's where I'm at.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm in Texas.
Whoa. South.
Well, I wasn't born here, so...
Yeah. No, I wasn't born here either. Do I sound like I have a southern accent?
Not
God.
everyone in Texas.
God, I hope not.
South Carolina has a southern accent.
Yeah. Okay, 2 a.m. for you, but that's ideal for you. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, it's midnight for me. So, there'll be more in the middle of the day. What I might end up doing is, like, kind of rotating it every week or every month, maybe. We'll see. Because I do plan to have this go on, like, through the beta, through the release of Dreams every Wednesday. And everything will be 100% more concise. It'll be on a Wednesday. It'll be at a certain time. One or the other. It'll be 2 times, and we'll make sure everybody knows. I'll have the Discord out there, and hopefully the video I put out in a couple days will get more attention versus the last video, which I just kind of threw together. And there'll be a DreamsCast branding. Well, there'll be a logo that I'm going to make. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it'll stand out so people know. And then also, like, the thumbnails and everything won't be just, like, screenshots of the slideshow, because that's...
It should be, the thumbnail for Dreams for your channel should be, like, your head on a pillow and, like, little sheep. And you're, like, dreaming and counting sheep.
That's great.
It's like the dream.
Nice.
In theaters everywhere.
Yeah. The description of the videos and all that will have the correct links and everything for people who join in on the calls as well. So everything will kind of flow and work a little bit better. We'll kind of have... I want to have more of an idea of what to talk about when we come here instead of just winging it, which I don't have an issue with. When there's enough people in the chat to kind of bring up conversation. Sometimes when it gets to the point where if it's just me and somebody else, we're kind of like, well, what are we talking about? Because we've talked about, not necessarily on the streams, but with other people, friends or just people online, we've talked about so much. We just kind of don't know what to talk about on stream because we've talked about almost everything some way, some shape, some form, somewhere. So we don't really know what to bring up. So that's why... I do also like responding to like the chat and the comments and things like that because that helps a lot. Okay, so I've rambled on for 6 minutes. Flying, you came in right at the end with penguins. I know what you're trying to get at. That's an inside joke that we have. I know. Don't make it a reality. Flying, it was a joke. It's an inside joke that me and my friend Flying had.
Okay.
Anyway, Flying, it's the end of the stream, but I'll talk to you. I don't know if you're online or something. Who knows, man. But that'll be it for this one. Thanks for everybody stopping in. Thanks for Adam for jumping in. Gribble Gruncher and Farron, everybody else, Zero Social. for keeping the chat going. I definitely appreciate it. Farron, we need to get you on one time. You want me to talk about the origin of the word essentially? Yeah. Yeah, Sea of Flying. I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to bring up the wiki page and just read that straight off. But yeah, thanks, Farron. We definitely have to get you on here eventually. I mean, we'll have a lot of opportunities. If any time you're free, if you're ever free on a Wednesday, let me know the time, and I'll set the time, and we'll be good to go, and I could make it work. Hopefully you're free on a Wednesday. If not, we'll make like a special edition DreamsCast just to have Farron on. But yeah, that's about it. Once again, if you're watching this after the fact and you want to check out the Discord, join on the calls, all the links are in the description. But thank you guys very much. I hope everybody has a good night, and I will talk to you all on Wednesday. We will be back with episode 6. Hopefully, maybe the beta will be out. Who knows?
I really hope so.
Right.
But then again, I might not be here. Be like, I can't.
Yeah. And with the classic cutout to end it.
I was just saying, like, I can't come to the stream. I'm playing the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody, and have a good night. Peace out.
All right. See ya.